Imagine walking into a store, dropping $5,000 on a computer, and realizing it was obsolete just a few years later. That is the brutal reality of the Apple iMac Pro. It was born a beast, lived a short, chaotic life, and was quietly killed off by the very company that created it. But here is the real question that keeps tech enthusiasts up at night. Is the iMac Pro a forgotten masterpiece? Or was it the biggest, most expensive mistake Apple ever made? To understand why this machine matters, we have to travel back to a time when Apple was in serious trouble with its most loyal users. The year was 2017. Professionals were angry. Hollywood editors, high-end developers, and 3D animators felt completely abandoned. The infamous trashcan Mac Pro was a thermal disaster that couldn't be upgraded, and the standard iMac just didn't have the raw horsepower for heavy workflows. Apple needed a savior. They needed something so powerful, so sleek, and so jaw-dropping that it would silence the critics instantly. Enter the iMac Pro. Wrapped in a stunning, exclusive space gray chassis, it looked like a weapon. Under the hood, it was an absolute monster, packing up to an 18-core Intel Xeon processor, massive amounts of ECC RAM, and high-end Radeon Pro Vega graphics. It was the ultimate all-in-one. When it dropped, the tech world lost its mind. It wasn't just a computer. It was a status symbol. If you had that space gray machine on your desk, you were at the top of your game. But behind the hype, a storm was brewing. Apple had poured all this engineering into a beautiful sealed chassis, which meant one devastating thing: zero upgradability. You bought what you got, and if you needed more power later, you were completely out of luck. For a machine starting at $5,000 and scaling up to over $13,000, that was a massive gamble. For a while, the gamble paid off. The iMac Pro became the backbone of creative studios across America. It handled 8K video rendering, massive music production sessions, and complex code compilation without breaking a sweat. The dual centrifugal fan cooling system worked overtime to keep the machine from melting. And for the first couple of years, it felt like the king of the mountain. But tech moves fast, and Apple was already working on a secret project that would make the iMac Pro completely irrelevant. By 2019, the modular Mac Pro arrived, offering the expansion that pros actually wanted. Then, the real killer emerged from Apple's labs: Apple Silicon. The introduction of the M1 chip changed the laws of physics in computing. Suddenly, a tiny, power-efficient chip in a fanless MacBook Air was keeping up with heavy-duty Intel processors. When the M1 Max and M1 Ultra chips dropped, the Intel Xeon inside the iMac Pro didn't just look old, it looked prehistoric. The performance per watt metrics were embarrassing. Apple saw the writing on the wall. In early 2021, they quietly slapped a "while supplies last" label on the iMac Pro, and just like that, it was discontinued. So, where does that leave us today? If you search the used market, you can find these once mythical machines for a fraction of their original price. It sounds like a dream come true, right? Getting a $5,000 Pro machine for the price of a budget laptop. But before you pull the trigger, you need to understand the hidden traps of buying a used iMac Pro today. First, let's talk about the Intel tax. The tech world has moved on. Modern software is being optimized explicitly for Apple Silicon, while the iMac Pro can still brute force